Welcome back, GBA fans, for the finals of GBA Season 10. We have the Chicago Dragapults and Q taking on GoldoaDragon and his New York Empoleon. I am here with Randy. How's it going, Randy?
What's up, GBA fans? What's going on, Aster? I'm looking forward to commentating championship game. This is actually the last time I can say I'm the reigning champion. And about 20-30 minutes, we're going to have a new champion. So the last time I can say it.
It's not often you get to be reigning champion for 4 years, so I mean,
right, exactly.
I'm sure you've enjoyed it, but it is about time that we crown a new champion. So we have the game here, ready to go, about to watch what happened. We do have team preview up on screen, and I'll actually hit play on the recording, and the game will start whenever it starts. But we do see Q bringing the usual suspects, although the Rotom Frost is here, as well as the Ursaring. Those are less common brings for Q, as well as the Hippowdon, actually. And on Goldoa's side, it's the usual 5 plus the Fortress, right? So what do you think? What's looking threatening to you here? I see a Choice Banded Bull on my screen. That looks like it does a lot.
I see a Choice Banded Bull, yeah. You know, it's funny. I was looking at the preview coming in, and I actually thought that Rotom and Ursaring had a role in this game, but I thought Ursaring would be just like the classic, like just throw an orb on it, either Flame or Toxic, and then just see what he can do, because I feel like it takes advantage of like Zapdos a little bit. Doesn't have to worry about getting staticked, and it can deal with the Florges if it showed up. I'm actually surprised it didn't show up, but
yeah, surprising into a Dragapult. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
also Power Herb Dragapult. What are we doing here? Is this just for Drago? Or no, Power Herb's the 2 turns, right?
I guess Phantom Force. I guess,
Phantom
right?
Force. Oh yeah, that would make sense. Right into the Ceruledge, perhaps.
Yeah, that's I don't even know what. Maybe he's kind of like
a little weird.
Yeah, I can't even guess what it's for. Maybe like a Wish Florges or something. I don't know.
True, yeah, it could cover Florges, could also cover Terra Fairy on Ceruledge, right? Because you can't hit it with darts after the DD. So
yeah,
that makes sense. All right, so we see the Garchomp lead, and this is going to be Rotom Frost. So excellent lead here from Q, catching the Garchomp. It is a Scarfed Rotom, of course, and Blizzard looks relatively free here. Now Goldoa does have a couple of switch-ins here, but they're not the best, right? You got the Fortress, you got the Greninja, and Ceruledge doesn't really want to come in on a Volt Switch and lose like 30-35% of its health immediately.
Right.
It's looking like a sweeper here, so I don't know what you do here as Goldoa.
Yeah, it's tough. I will say it's kind of Q's definitely bringing it all on the line. You're gonna rely on Blizzard in a championship game. I gotta say it's wild.
I mean, he hits it. There it is.
He lands it.
Turn 1 KO for Q and the Chicago Dragapults with Blizzard. Huge. Massive. I'm sure Goldoa's trying to get up hazards there. Probably creeps Rotom in this matchup, and anything but Scarf, right? He gets away with at least 1 hazard there. Also, there's the prospect of Blizzard Miss. So, yeah, I understand to an extent Goldoa's staying in there. He does maybe get free Greninja here, free Ceruledge. Looks like it's going to be Ceruledge.
Yep.
Very nice. As he does know that the Rotom is Scarfed now, he's going to be able to potentially set up. I think the Bull comes in here. I think this is what the Bull was meant to do, right? Probably get off and Intimidate, and then threaten immediately with Choice Banded move. Whatever that might be.
For sure. Yeah, I think Q's in a good spot right now. Obviously, still pretty early. But I think, to me, the longer that this game goes, it favors Goldoa. So if Q's able to pull away early, I think that's going to help Q in the long run. So I think that if he's able to take 1 or 2 early KOs, that's big, because I feel like Goldoa won't have enough time. He needs to extend this game as long as he can.
Yeah, absolutely. It does look like it's going to be the Bull here. The Tauros, Paldea Aqua coming in here to be able to get off the Intimidate initially, and then be able to fire off a Choice Banded move here. Of course, Ceruledge could be could be Focus Sash, right? Swords Dance Focus Sash with weak armor. That is a possibility. That would be quite bad for Q in this position. Of course, he still has the Iron Hands. I'm pretty sure it can take a +1 hit.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah. Not sure if this is going to necessarily pan out, but let's see. Let's see how this turn plays out. What are you thinking?
Yeah. I think he's just going to click Crash and see what happens. I would imagine it's an OHKO if he doesn't Terra, but if he does Terra, I feel like it could still KO, man. Tauros is pretty strong, so I don't know.
Yeah,
this could go really bad. This is a big turn right here.
Ceruledge's worst defensive stat is its defense, so yeah, definitely a Wave Crash, even post Terra, could definitely KO, and it does cover both possible Terras here from Goldoa. Of course, being Ghost and Fairy. So, yeah, pretty big.
This is a big turn right here. Let's see if he's just happy getting recoil, maybe going in Fortress. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what he's thinking.
He's just going to Terra. He knows that he lives a standard hit. I don't think he lives a banded hit, but let's see.
I don't think... I'd be surprised if it did. Well, let's see.
It is Terra Ghost and not Terra Fairy. Shadow Sneak comes off and is going to do, I believe, about 40 right here. Oh, wow, more than that.
Oh,
damn.
Okay.
Okay, well, Wave Crash is probably not going to knock out the Tauros with the recoil, but it does take out the Serral Edge. So her huge first 3 turns here for Q. Massive. Making a statement. Yeah, lives on 9. There it is.
Wow. That's big.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I think Q needed this start to have a chance. I feel like Goldoa's team is better when it's played out longer and the game is tighter. So I think this is really big. Great so far for Q.
Now, Battle Bond Greninja is very threatening. Of course, the Eviolite Ursaring can need to hit even post Battle Bond, as well as the Iron Hands. Extra Sensory could perhaps be a role, but I think Hydro does more anyway because it's stab and a higher base power. Again, I think that Q is still in a fantastic spot. I think you just stay in here with your 9 HP Tauros. I don't think you switch out.
I agree.
I think you don't have to be fearful of Battle Bond because whatever takes a hit here is taking 2 hits instead of the 1 Battle Bonded hit, which is always more damage than the 1 Battle Bonded hit. So I don't agree with switching out the Tauros here. But let's see what happens to the hands. It is an extra sensory, so that's very dangerous. Now, the leftovers allows Q to be just out of range, I believe, of a 2-hit KO here. So that's pretty big, but Goldoa does not have to stay in. This is what's important here, is that if Goldoa has seen the damage correctly here, he'll know to switch out. There we go. All right. So the Gren is still live for the later portion of the game. It's still very dangerous.
There it is.
And if this is Rocky Helmet, of course, this is going to probably put Iron Hands in range of the next extra sensory, but it is not Helmet. Looks to be it actually looks to be a pretty non-defensive invested Fortress from what
I was going to say. Yeah, it didn't do that much. And I don't know how Q's trained, but I imagine it's probably doesn't have much attack investment, I'm not sure. But SD, wow, okay.
Okay, now the Fortress just showed to be faster than the Iron Hands, so there's a good chance here that Goldoa can just get off an attack and then revenge with Greninja from here. If it's carrying Earthquake, for example, on this Fortress. Or Explosion,
Ooh,
that works
like
too.
That.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to leave Iron Hands in range of Greninja. It's not going to kill. It's definitely not going to kill, but Extra Sensory will take it out from here.
That's pretty big for Goldoa, right? Because he doesn't get to get the Dream Punch recovery and gets it in range of Greninja. So that's definitely what Goldoa needed to get back in this game. And
for sure,
I imagine Q's just going to let it go down or sack Tauros finally. Who knows?
Yeah, the sacking Tauros would prevent the Battle Bond from triggering due to the spike being up now. So Curse and a Blessing, in a way, for Goldoa here to have that spike up, because you do break any potential sashes on things like the Dragapult, but at the same time now Q has an easy sack to prevent you from getting Battle Bond, so it could get rough.
Exactly, yeah. Iron Hands getting weakened is pretty big if Goldoa is going to rely on, like, let's say Zapdos to win this game, because it looks like that's probably going to be what he needs to win, because it has a pretty good matchup to the rest of what Q's got, especially now that, Tauros is down. Tauros was one of the few mons that was, faster and could do a lot of damage to it. So I imagine that's Goldoa's plan, either between Greninja and Zapdos to clean it up. But Mew comes in. Wow. Okay.
So I like this from Goldoa because, as we just mentioned, right, the Tauros is an easy sack here. Clearing the Iron Hands with Mew instead of the Greninja doesn't seem that bad. And I think Mew is maybe better positioned right now than Greninja would be. Of course, you do have to worry about the Dragapult, which is probably coming in here. Or it could be the Ursaring. I think it's either or here.
Yeah, I feel like Ursaring should come in here, just maybe because you don't have to reveal what your Dragapult is right away. I'm sure having Dragapult in the back will still have an impact on what Goldoa does throughout the game. So I feel like this is where Ursaring comes out here.
Yeah, for sure. Now, keep in mind, there is no Iron Moth, so that means there is no possible Terra from Q's side this game. That Ursaring will be staying a normal type. It does look like it's a more offensive set, just carrying Eviolite based on the moveset that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Body Slam, Earthquake, Ice Punch, and Swords Dance. Now, this is a really good opportunity for Q to get up a Swords Dance, assuming the Mew doesn't have Taunt.
Right.
Which
I feel like Mew, if it's got set up right here, he could just try and go for it, whether it's bulk up or nasty. Oh, not bulk up, but probably nasty plot or calm mind or something.
Also possible.
This is a big turn right here.
Yeah, we have seen a Mew in finals before, and we do know that when it didn't click its status move, i.e. Taunt, the game was over. So we do see the nasty plot here this time.
Oh,
Body Slam coming out. Yeah, if this pairs, oh my god.
Oh, that is big.
Wow, that's huge. That is huge for Q. Now, of course, the Synchronize does go off, so the Mew is going to be able to be faster here. However, the Paralysis is going to give him a chance to, of course, not get hit on any given turn. And it's also going to make it so that that a possible Hex from the Dragapult could KO. That Body Slam did way more thanks to Guts.
Yep.
Huge.
Wow.
Yeah. And, there it is, the Mew full parrot.
Hey.
Now, it didn't really matter because anything was revenging this Mew, and honestly, the Ursaring being in this slow is maybe detrimental because once again, that Greninja gets to come in.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like that Q is saving the Tauros sack at all times. It's very smart with that spike up. But here it is. Here's the Gren. This is going to be an easy Dark Pulse, I think.
Yeah, I think he just clicks Dark Pulse and see what he can do with it. I think Q's just gonna sack Tauros here finally. If I imagine.
Funny enough, I think the Dragapult just wins from this position right after this sack because the Rotom comes in, U-turns, Dragapult comes in, D-dances, game over. Zapdos can't take it on. It can't KO the Dragapult, and I'm pretty sure it's just going to die to a +1 darts. Perhaps. It might be EV to live, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's looking pretty great for Q. I think that he's got a lot of different ways to pull out this end game. It's just a matter of not clicking run. I think he's got this in the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see a way for Zapdos to get through even the AV Hippo. So like there's nothing to. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like Q's gonna bring this home.
Yeah, I think so, man. Yeah, we are going to see the Rotom here. This should be a very easy Volt switch. The Greninja's sitting at about 91%, of course. Thunderbolt, also possible. Nice, good bring. Because the Greninja could realistically be EV to live this. However, it would eventually die to its own Life Orb. So it would stop being a threat. But Thunderbolt is pretty free. And now Q has a decision to make. Because I know that he brought the AV Hippo for this. Right? There's an Assault Vest Hippowdon in the back. Very clearly for the Zapdos. And the Zapdos seems to be eating these Thunderbolts, so it could honestly restall this Rotom very easily if it wanted to. And perhaps even go for like charges or an agility, right? And be quite threatening. But the problem is if Hippo comes in to deal with this, now you have a new Greninja route once again. Because now there is no sack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. We're going to see the Ursaring sacked here. You're suffering. By the way, I just noticed that.
We're suffering. I know, right?
Nice.
I was just reading it right now. I was like, oh, that's perfect. Hurricane lands.
There is the Hurricane. Yep. Now, based on the damage from Rotom, I'd guess that this Zapdos is more specially defensive than it is physically.
For sure.
And you could take this as an opportunity to set up your Dragapult. Seeing that it's not Fizz Def. But Q is going to opt to bring in the Hippowdon instead. Has Sandstream, and it is Assault Vest, again, of course, so it does have all of these fantastic attacking moves, including Stone Edge to hit the Zapdos.
Nice.
So
yeah, let's see if Hippo can land a Stone Edge this week. Let's see if he can get the big Stone Edge hit.
So the Hurricane hitting is actually pretty big here because I'm pretty sure that Assault Vest Hippo might have lived Greninja's attack. Right. From that HP. Now, of course, the Zapdos didn't die. I thought it would have gone down there. Earthquake is interesting. We're going for Earthquake into Roost, obviously. But now we get the confusion here. Now, if Goldoa is calking, he should know that this is Assault Vest, and he should actually stop attacking right now.
Yeah.
And just do anything possible to have this Zapdos die.
Yep.
There it is. Beautiful. Okay, so
Nice.
this is it. It all comes down to this. If the Greninja can beat the Hippo down right here, if it lands whatever water move it's going for, because I'm pretty convinced that Dark Pulse will not kill
Yeah, I don't think
from
so.
here, based on the damage from Hurricane. If it lands its water move, if it's inaccurate, or if it has Surf, I'm almost convinced that the Greninja just wins.
Yeah, talk about the tides turning right here. I think that depending on what water stat we've got here, Goldoa can actually just reverse this, but we'll see what he's got. Let's see if he's banking on Hydro on a championship game. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, this is great.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is the play. This is the play from Q. Very smart. Yeah, you have to go
Yeah.
hard Rotom here.
Yeah, no other option.
It doesn't die. However, there is Hydro Pump into Water Shuriken.
Okay, that could be interesting.
Yeah. Plus Sand
shoot.
Chip, right? So.
Plus Sand Chip.
Oh, he goes for Dark Pulse.
That go.
Okay,
oh,
and that did nothing.
Did
So
nothing.
this Rotom is very well trained. Very nice. Okay. So yeah, now Goldoa basically has to hit a 5-hit Water Shuriken. With a critical hit, I'm pretty sure, based on how much that just did.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, and gets
Wow.
debolted, and the game's over. And your new champion, GBA Season 10, is QtheCostaRican and the Chicago Dragapults. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. New GBA champ has been crowned. How do you feel about that, Randy? Your title's being handed over.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because Dragapult was like one of the reasons why Q had such a great run, and it didn't even hit the field. It just, the rest of the team came through when he needed it. I think
Yep.
that Dark Pulse did nothing. I'm kind of shocked still about the Dark Pulse like doing nothing to
Yeah,
Rotom.
Life
I don't
Orb
know.
Dark Pulse, by the way.
Yeah, like was that thing EV'd correctly, or was
I think
Q running
maybe.
a mess?
I know. I think maybe the Rotom was like max HP, max speed. Is my
Yeah,
thought.
that's fair because that Thunderbolt did nothing to Zapdos too. But well, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, congrats to Q.
Yeah.
You know, I got a chance to interview both these guys before the season started, and given their experience, and then of course after the draft, I legitimately thought this is no cap whatsoever. I honestly thought they had a chance to make a run, and they did. As the lowest seeds, they were able to go in, make a run, and yeah, it ended up being a bit of sort of like a beat down early on from Q side, but Goldoa, as he always does, tries to find a way to claw back and make it close, but ultimately the Dragapults take the crown.
Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for joining us here today, and thank you all for your support, continued support on all of these videos on the GBA channel, as well as to all of the coaches. If you haven't subscribed to them yet, go and do so, because of course, after the GBA is done, they're still putting out content. They're still making great videos for everybody, so go and show them some love. And once again, of course, congratulations to Q. This title is very well deserved. Super nice team, great draft, great games all season long. Congrats to you, my man. And we will catch you guys next season, I suppose, right?
Oh yeah, we'll see you guys back for season 11.
There it is.
It's gonna
All right.
happen. Yeah.
Have a good one, everybody. See ya.